Lost Soul Aside is an upcoming action-adventure role-playing game developed by Ultazero Games. Players will embark on an epic journey as Glaciered, a warrior determined to save his younger sister Louisa from mysterious dimensional invaders known as Voidraks. Accompanied by Arena, a shape-shifting dragon capable of transforming into various weapons, Glaciered will face formidable enemies and colossal bosses in fast-paced, dynamic combat. The game draws inspiration from titles like Final Fantasy XV, Bayonetta, Ninja Gaiden, and Devil May Cry, blending reality with fantasy to create a visually stunning experience. Onimusha. Way of the Sword is an upcoming action-adventure game developed and published by Capcom. Set in Edo-era Kyoto, players will explore a city shrouded in malevolent malice, facing off against demonic entities known as Genma. The protagonist wields the Oni Gauntlet, a mystical artifact granting the power to vanquish these otherworldly foes. The game promises intense swordplay, intricate combat mechanics, and a dark fantasy narrative that continues the legacy of the acclaimed Onimusha series.
Oh, good.
So riled up.
Tides of Annihilation is a forthcoming fantasy action-adventure game developed by Eclipse Glow Games. Drawing inspiration from Arthurian legend, the game transports players to a shattered modern London and the mythical Isle of Avalon. Players assume the role of Gwendolyn, who discovers the ability to command the legendary Knights of the Round Table. The gameplay features a unique knightly combat system, allowing for the assembly of a band of over 10 knights, each with distinct skills. Players will engage in battles against colossal knights, scaling and confronting these massive adversaries in vertical, interconnected challenges. The narrative weaves themes of courage, loyalty, and heroism within a dark fantasy setting. Clair Obscur. Expedition 33 is an upcoming turn-based role-playing game developed by Sandfall Interactive. Set in a world inspired by Belle Epoque France, the narrative centers around the Paintress, a mysterious figure who annually inscribes a number on her monolith, causing all individuals of that age to vanish. Players lead Expedition 33 on a perilous mission to end this cycle of death by confronting the Paintress. The game features a unique blend of turn-based combat with real-time mechanics, requiring players to execute timed button presses for attacks, dodges, and parries, enhancing immersion and engagement. Exploration is a key component, with diverse landscapes ranging from underwater realms to gothic mansions, each filled with secrets and hidden quests. The narrative delves into themes of mortality and resilience, as players uncover the fates of previous expeditions and build relationships with their companions.
We can use that.
Glaciered is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Studio Snowblind and published by Playism. Set 65 million years in the future, Earth has transformed into a frozen expanse known as the Everwinter, with life thriving beneath the ice-covered oceans. Players assume the role of a Twi, a species evolved from birds and dinosaurs, navigating this underwater world to combat threats against their existence. The game emphasizes dynamic, real-time combat, combining melee and ranged attacks with special abilities that manipulate heat and cold. Character progression allows for the customization of abilities and passive skills, such as high-speed swimming and temporal crystal blades, offering a tailored gameplay experience.
お前に使命を与える。そのために救ったのだ。お前には奴を追ってもらう。正確には奴が狙っているもの。
AIKODE is an immersive action role-playing game developed solely by Ace. Players step into the shoes of Aiko, navigating the realm of Somnium, a world ensnared in an endless cycle of death. The narrative unfolds as Aiko encounters a puppet, propelling her on a quest to challenge this grim destiny and uncover profound truths about her existence. The game boasts intricate combat mechanics, allowing players to switch seamlessly between gun, sword, and scythe modes to tackle colossal bosses and diverse adversaries. Beyond combat, AIKODE offers a richly detailed world featuring various cities, from cyberpunk metropolises to steampunk towns, and a faithful replica of Tokyo. Project M is a dark fantasy action role-playing game currently under development by the South Korean studio Hound 13, known for their previous title, 100 Soul. The game is designed for console and PC platforms, aiming to deliver a AAA experience with high-quality graphics and dynamic combat mechanics. A prototype gameplay video released in October 2021 showcased intense battles and a richly detailed world, drawing attention for its visual fidelity and action-oriented gameplay. While the prototype has generated interest, specific details about the game's storyline, characters, and world are yet to be fully revealed. South of Midnight is an upcoming third-person action-adventure game developed by Compulsion Games and published by Xbox Game Studios. Set in a fictionalized American Deep South, the game follows Hazel, a young woman who, after a devastating hurricane, embarks on a journey to find her missing mother. Along the way, she discovers her identity as a weaver, possessing magical abilities that allow her to mend the fabric of reality and interact with mythical creatures rooted in Southern folklore. The game emphasizes exploration, combat, and puzzle solving, with Hazel's weaving powers playing a central role in overcoming obstacles and confronting supernatural entities. The narrative delves into themes of family, resilience, and the rich tapestry of Southern Gothic storytelling.
All right, time to find that church. There it is. Now to get over there.
Hell Is Us is an upcoming third-person action-adventure game developed by Rogue Factor and published by Nacon. Players assume the role of Remy, a United Nations peacekeeper who deserts his post to venture into the war-torn country of Hadea in search of his parents. Upon arrival, he discovers that the region is plagued by supernatural beings known as Hollow Walkers, following a mysterious event called the Calamity. The game features intense melee combat using weapons like swords, polearms, and axes, each with distinct attack styles and speeds. Remy is also equipped with a drone that can distract enemies, adding a strategic layer to encounters. The semi-open world of Hadia encourages exploration without traditional waypoints or quest markers, requiring players to gather clues and rely on in-game conversations to navigate their objectives. Mistfall Hunter is an upcoming third-person action role-playing game developed by Bellring Games. Set in a Nordic-inspired dark fantasy world, players become Gildan hunters, venturing into various ruins to combat Gildan mist-infested monsters and collect Gildanblood. This resource is essential to nourish the dying roots of the World Tree, aiming to revive the world after the catastrophic event known as the Gildanize, where the blood of fallen gods turned into a corrosive mist, driving creatures into madness. The game combines action RPG elements with strategic player versus environment PvPvS extraction looter gameplay. Players can prepare their gear and builds for different classes, master combos and strategic skills, and face intense battles against monsters or other players, either solo or with teammates.
I have seen the hunters awakened, steadfast heroes among them, and treacherous villains as well.
Disorder is a 3D action hack-and-slash roguelike developed by Grumpy. Players navigate procedurally generated dungeons, battling formidable enemies, and uncovering a sinister truth about the game's world. The game emphasizes fast-paced combat, requiring players to master various weapons and abilities to progress through challenging environments. Each playthrough offers a unique experience due to the roguelike elements, encouraging replayability and strategic planning. Assassin's Creed Shadows is the 14th main installment in the Assassin's Creed series, developed by Ubisoft Quebec. Set in 16th century Japan during the Sengoku period, the game introduces two protagonists, Naoe, a kunoichi, female ninja, and Yasuke, an African samurai inspired by the historical figure of the same name. Players can switch between these characters, each offering distinct playstyles. Naoe's agility and stealth contrast with Yasuke's strength and combat prowess. The open-world design encompasses regions like Kyoto, Kobe, Osaka, and the province of Iga, featuring historically accurate castles and vibrant urban settings. Spine is an upcoming single-player action-adventure game developed by Neki. Set in a cyberpunk world, players assume the role of Redline, a rebellious street artist augmented with a sentient combat implant called Spine. This enhancement grants her heightened reflexes and combat abilities, enabling her to engage in intense close-quarters gunfights reminiscent of Gun Fu cinematic sequences. The narrative follows Redline's quest against a totalitarian AI regime to rescue her captured brother, blending elements of third-person shooting, beat-em-up mechanics, and parkour movements. The game draws inspiration from the John Wick films, aiming to deliver a highly cinematic and immersive experience. Vindictus. Defying Fate is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by Nexon. Serving as a new installment in the Vindictus series, the game offers an adrenaline-fueled medieval fantasy adventure. Players can choose from a roster of distinct characters, each boasting unique abilities and combos, including series favorites like Lan and Fiona. The gameplay emphasizes fast-paced combat against formidable Fomorian creatures inspired by classic Irish mythology, with encounters featuring towering adversaries that challenge players' skills. The game is currently under development, with a pre-alpha test conducted from March 13th to 18th, 2024. Project Century is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Ryuga Gotoku Studio, renowned for their work on the Yakuza series. Set in 1915 Japan, the game introduces a new protagonist navigating the complexities of early 20th century society. The announcement trailer, unveiled at the Game Awards 2024, showcased pre-alpha footage highlighting intense combat sequences and a richly detailed environment. The gameplay appears to blend traditional melee combat with weapon-based fighting, reminiscent of the studio's previous titles, but with a heightened level of gore and brutality. The narrative and specific character details remain under wraps, with the studio intentionally keeping information scarce to maintain an air of mystery.
No!